Hello, good evening, welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. And we're going to start on the actual coaster, which I've only got one of in the park at the moment. We're going to start on here, see if you can see what I've added. Some new bits have been added, you might be able to see something out of the station there. Hello Ashley, how are you doing? Straight in for the Planet Coaster 2 stream, I see. Yeah, we're just going to start on the coaster and see if you can spot anything new that I've added. And then I'm going to talk through what I've actually been working on whilst I haven't been streaming. If it starts soon, of course. I might have to fast forward it. That lighting coming through those boards is brilliant. It's really nice. Come on. Let's leave, please. Oh yeah, that's good, getting notifications. Yeah, people hit the bell notification because I go live every evening. Well, most evenings. Ah, pickpocket has been caught by security and ejected. Cool. Oh, yeah. Get out of here, Anne-Marie Reinhard. Picking people's pockets. Yeah. Good. Guessing. Yeah, the Fortnite update, it automatically updates, so yeah, it did download. It's just new blitz, isn't it, and stuff. They've just updated Blitz and a few other bits. I mean, I will check it out at some point. I haven't even loaded it up today. Must admit, I've been busy on here. So, last time we were streaming, we were working on this tower. So this is what I've added. Yeah, it's looking quite nice now. It's all a flaming tower, and it has the ravens flying around. If you can see, lots of ravens flying around. Have you had a look yet, Ashley, at Fortnite? We've got a new flat ride added, which is the Berserker's Axe. Yet to add a sign, a queue covering, because it's got a coaster going over the top. You wouldn't want any loose articles. Yeah, I've seen the Borderlands skin, Moxie. Oh, right. What's that? Been put in the store today, then? Since they updated it? Because I was going to say, it wasn't in there. I mean, I've never played the Borderlands games, so I'm like a bit lost when it comes to Borderlands. Yeah, this is new as well. This cave pass-through, or switchback cave pass-through. And what else have I done? Oh, and the important thing, I've done some actual token dispensers. You have to pre-order Borderlands on Epic Games, which I won't be doing. Yeah, PC. Comes to the item shop 29th of September. So it's early leaks information, or early release information. I might need to put a toilet down here at some point. Since look at this queue. This is ridiculous. I definitely need more flat rides if they're queuing like that. See, I was thinking about bulldozing this part and sticking a flat ride back here. Possibly. I don't know if we could fit a flat ride in. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No. That's not going to work. It's too big. Helter Skelter wouldn't work. I mean, it looks like a tower, I suppose. I could turn it into another tower. Or... and it's quite tall in that sense. Parallelogram. That's too big. I don't think it's got too large a footprint. Is that parallelogram? Overpower. Yeah. Strike. Teacups. Way too big. And teacups, how does that fit with Vikings, really? It doesn't. You could have mugs of ale. They said they were going to put the twister back in the game. Oh, it is. The sizzler's there. Yeah, the pads are too big. Look, massive pads. Something like this would work. A drop tower. But I was thinking about putting one there with the standing stones, possibly. I don't know. Possibly. And that way you spin round it. And you get a pretty good view over the park, wouldn't you? Sims, yeah, I used to play Sims. I played Sims 1 and 2 and like, I can't remember what was, like another Sims game. Play quite a few of them. Screaminator, that's massive. That would fit there, the Screaminator. That's huge. Look at that. Jeez. It's towering above the everything. That's a drop tower, isn't it? You could have a big drop tower there and a little drop tower there. Mind you, I don't know whether I'd want a massive drop tower. I think it's too much. I mean, it's got good throughput. I've got the same music on here as I've got on the coaster. I have. Right, I don't want the same music on here. No. No. Oh. Sometimes it's so annoying using the... Pause it and then we can actually listen to the music. I'll have a listen, see what people think. So I've got Druid Damnation, but that's what I've got on the coaster as well. No. Viking, please, thank you. Something nice and happy for the edge of the world, like going over a waterfall. I'll probably use this music for a dark ride or something. What's this like? Like if I do a dark ride in here. Valhalla. Yeah, have that. I think that might be better because it's the same. Otherwise, it'd be the same music I've got on the coaster. Which does look good in cinematic mode. Just going to fast forward it to get. Yeah, there we go. Have a look. It does, yeah, it's quite good when it gets going in cinematic mode. I'm just waiting for those gates to close, the air gates to close. You can see it fully moving. In Black Lodge. Can I have it at night time? Yeah. Wait, did you want to have a look at the coaster in night time with all the lighting so far? Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't fixed sun. It's late night opening. 10 o'clock, your last ride. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do a cinematic nighttime coaster view thing. Providing anyone gets on the coaster. I can't believe no one wants to. Oh yeah, we're slowly filling up. Yeah. Is the coaster full up? Yeah. It looks quite dark on the. Oh, it's not too bad on the replay. That's definitely something I think they nailed in Planet Coaster 2 is the lighting. The lighting looks way better than the first game. So you get all those nice effects. It did kind of remind me. What's the matter here? Many guests have reported pickpocketing. Okay, that's serious. Well, pickpocket has been caught by security and ejected from the park. Good. Shops. Guests can't reach one of the shelves. Modular souvenir shop 5. They can. If they can't reach that, they can. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because thieves all over the place, yeah. It's the Thieves Guild. They're working my bloody park. This needs lighting. I just did this. Yeah, we got a problem with pickpockets, so I might need to install security cameras, which they look. Unfortunately, they do look like security cameras, so they kind of destroy the immersion for me. Unless I make them look like Viking cameras. So what I was saying to Ashley was, before you joined Lodge, I was thinking about putting a possible flat ride in here, and the standing stones where I was going to do that, I'm possibly going to put a drop tower there, so because you can get the path. But it's going to be a long way to the exit though, isn't it? Unless I put it in front of the standing stones. I don't know. That's something I've noticed as well. You get occasional bits like this. Look, this tear in the... I mean, I can cover it up, so it's not an issue. But you get tears in like the ground. Quiet for a moment. This is really popular. I've just installed this today and they absolutely love it. Might be an idea to attach cogs on each bit as well. See, the real version of this, there is a Viking version of this at Drayton Manor. It doesn't have axes on the side, because this I'm calling the Berserker's axe. So like axes flying around. Oh, I've noticed when you reload parks, the whiting on the, you know, the white issue I showed you on the, with the ropes, like it's fixed, which is good. It does fix, but when you're installing them for the first time, so you have to reload the park for it to reset them. See, look, rope, 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 not white textures, missing textures, which was good. So that's a kind of bug, but it's one you've got to work around for. Yeah, I don't know what to do with about the thieves. I mean, obviously, let me show you the cameras for people that don't know. I mean, if we type camera, you've got the mascot prop camera, you have a security camera on a pole. Look, it's really good. Oh, I've got some security cameras, or is that security guards? What is that? The security? That's the security guards. What the heck are they doing? Just floating around at the front. No wonder. I need some stuff in. But look, I mean, it looks completely out of place. Or you've got that, but it looks completely out of place. And I can't think of anything that I could turn into a Viking thing that would be able to just hide it. Possibly I could do some kind of totem or something to hide it and get some security coverage. But this is what I was installing earlier, the trade tokens and things. For going on here, you get a bravery token. So I might put that outside this shop. And this shop needs, look, it looks awful. It's got no roof. It's just, you know, just plonked there and forgotten about, unloved. So I might do that. I need to add more to this pond bit as well. There's all sorts of pathing to be done still. There's tons of work to be done. So I may just think about doing but I could do the standing stones, and once we've got all the elements in, I think, yeah, therefore I am. I think it will be, we'll get a clearer picture of what we've got to play with, possibly. Lighting in here would be simple, and some shrubberies, because there's no plant life whatsoever around there, although it looks quite nice. And the fact that you can walk right past it as a guest, oh, that's quite a nice sort of bit to be walking up. So I could perhaps flatten down this bit a bit more and flatten down this side, and it would open up the park a bit more. I mean, what do you guys think? My son's shouting in the background, and my other son is playing his guitar. So I've got these. Yeah, well, let's just have a look. And I know we added this last time, but See, I could just... Or I could just dig it. I could just dig it out actually, and then you'd have like a lip. You'd have something in there that'd be quite good. Just smoothing it out. Yeah, kind of. But I don't think there's any sort of flat ride that would fit in there apart from the drop tower. And we don't just want a drop tower added, you know, that's like... Because the pads are massive. I mean, I suppose I could tunnel a bit more off, couldn't I? Or trim a bit more off. Strike. Planes, yeah, because that's very Viking, isn't it? Actually, I'm saying that, and that's very Viking. I could be clever with that. Ride of the Valkyries. They had that music in the first game, Ride of the Valkyries. But unfortunately, it's not in this, I don't think. A Hellion Ring, I was just about to say, is not too big, but it is. Yeah. You could turn that into a like Viking knot, like torque or something, couldn't you? Ideas. Some of these rides are huge. Or I could put a nice little junior coaster in here. But then having a junior coaster mixed in with the big coaster probably wouldn't be a good idea. It'd scare the crap out of the kids, wouldn't it? We've got that 360 spinning thing, which would hit the rock or come out across the queue line. But it's not that big actually. No, it's still, yeah. Okay, it's a reasonable size, and it would, when swinging, it would definitely hit the track there. Yeah, it's no good. Got things like this as well. Which could be nice. Yeah, you could add. But then it does leave that whole bit. Mind you, that bit being... Yeah. Because I think definitely need some flat rides, some more flat rides. I don't know, what do you guys think? Anyway, well, let's put some tokens in. Token dispensers. And we've got this one here, which has got no writing on. So that, when you come out, it would have to work on some kind of like wristband thing, I don't know, like an electronic key card or something. So you'd scan it when you would go on the ride, perhaps at the entrance to the ride, and then when you got off the ride, you would be able to swipe it here and it would dispense your token. I haven't thought of a practical way of getting it to work. I will come up with an idea, I'm sure, at some point. Maybe like make like a snowy arena with mountains. I would love to. Do you know what the one thing they haven't put in this game? Snow. And it was in the first one. We probably, yeah, snowy area. Yeah, they. Let me show you what I've got. It's scenery. No, not scenery. Terrain. See, this style, because with the mountain background, it comes with a set palette. I've got short grass, meadow, dry grass, long grass, pebbles. I mean, you could do it like pebbly bit, rocky mountain. You could do, because you could do like a mountain at at like a rocky mountain, I suppose, gravel. Yeah, and you've got large strata rock and stuff. So yeah, I could perhaps do a mountainous section, shrubs that is geared towards that kind of feel. That's why I'm doing these big sort of mountain type bits. You know what would be nice? A mountain, have it drop down perhaps where we're coming out the back here, and have sort of more hilly, mountainous. How old is this game? Last year. End of last year it came out, but the original game is probably over a decade old, and it's just that engine updated. It's only by a little British company called Frontier, and they're down in, I can't remember where they're based. I think they're based Oxford way. But yeah, a tiny little company. It'll get DLC and stuff. I mean, they've only done one DLC for this game so far, so yeah, I reckon at Christmas time we may get a Christmas pack, and they may go full ham on it. They did do a Christmas update for the original game, but I don't think we're going to get... There was lots of things missing, and they put them all back into this, but they haven't put the Christmas theme back. They may do it as a... Because you paid for the game, and there was loads of... originally, theme-wise... no, get off that. Theme-wise, let me explain it to you. Oh yeah, Halloween, they did do some DLC for Halloween, which was absolutely fantastic for the first game, so a lot of people are helping for that. Yeah, we originally had aquatic, mythology, the Planet Coaster theme, the resort theme, and the Viking theme when the game came out. So they've added, from the original game, fairy tale theme, nature theme was kind of in there already, resorts, the sci-fi theme, and western theme, and pirate theme. Yeah, they've added all them back in from the original game, so that's like that Planet Coaster theme. No, that was in the game already. Sci-fi and western. So that is all these bits have been added back in since the game came out. But they were in the original game, but they obviously need to convert them. They made some of the textures better. They've improved things on it. I mean, it's definitely been... Because when they released it, people were like, a bit disappointed with the game. But Frontier aren't one of those companies that won't fix the problems. They'll listen to the fans, and they fix them all and address them. We did get one DLC, which is what the spinning launch coaster that I'm using is actually from the DLC. The DLC was only £7, and it had a few flat rides and a few coasters. I think a coaster in, or a couple of coasters, but it wasn't anything amazing. It didn't have loads of items, and when you're playing a game like this, it is definitely like The Sims. It's definitely the scenery and the items that give it longevity. It's just like having mods for Skyrim or having mods for Fallout 4, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, a mountainous area, like a rocky, gravelly mountain with a nice big wooden coaster running around the back here. We've still got this area we could shoot off into. It might be an idea to do a kiddies part, because I've got like just under 80%, 77% left to play with. So, and by having it spread out, I think we've got more chance. I've got to theme up this staff room, and having only one staff room, I need some facilities around here. Actually, that might be an idea. Rather than putting a flat ride here, put like facilities, like a toilet, a staff room, a seating area, some stalls. That might be a good idea. Like a little small Viking village that you can walk up into. And then when I give cover into this, because all these people are going to get sunburned, especially this poor bloke. Those two. Ooh, yeah. I hope you got some sun cream, mate. What have you got in your pockets? Nothing. Yeah, you should have brought some sun cream. No, he hasn't got anything either. Look, it's hugely popular, insanely popular. Right, anyway, let's put trade on this, and then that's it. Add it to that. Thank you. and edit building, trade in, we want Norse writing please. Draconian, oh yeah, that's Greek and Latin. Caveat brush, nice. Anyway, Norse, we want Norse and we want it in sand. Alright, okay, we need to make that a bit smaller. 50%. Oh, I put trade. No, it needs to say token, not trade. I wouldn't say this is a really scary ride. Okay, we're going to bring. I have to bring it out because when it's pushed up against that, the writing, you can't select the writing. It selects that instead. I mean, I could just write on that, but where's the fun in that? Yeah, if I write on there, if we write token on there, you can see the difference instantly. And apart from, yeah, look. Beneath the, what? Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't want anything on there. Yeah, so when you put this kind of writing on there, you can make it larger text and you have more control over it, hence why I'm using that. It just looks more theme park in my opinion. Right, let's oh, the park's gone silent. So I don't want it to say trade, I want it to say... Well, what did we get from this one? I think I called it a trade token, didn't I? Yeah, a trade token. So you get a bravery token for going on here, which would probably be worth like 2 trade tokens. Stuff it, let's call it a trade token. Yeah, let's hope the thievery stops in my park. Otherwise I'm going to have to look at installing security. Okay, that's still a bit too big. Yeah, alright, let's right in there. Thank you. And then, yeah. Now we have that. The reason why I have the bit, yeah, look, if I... It's just so I can control it easier, which is why I have it attached to a building. A pickpocket has been caught and ejected from the park. Yay! Hooray! Good. I'm glad. Do I have a meadow in front of it or not? Like a nice little meadow. Oh, we'd have the sign name actually. And then perhaps a meadow next to it. I call it the Berserker's Axe, so... The Eldest Forest Feast. Hang on, what? Take me there, please. Well, are you coming to Are you coming to serve? Look at that hairstyle. How popular is the restaurant? Fairly popular. If it's ever at full capacity, I'd be worried. The fact that there's tables free, that's better. Might do. All these Billy No mates sitting there, look, on these tables, taking up the window seats. That's prime location you got there. Do you reckon these are best friends? You know, same t-shirts. Jackie Bowling. Andrew Hatfield. I suppose it could be short for. It could be Jackie Jack. I was thinking Jackie. I used to know a girl called Jackie or Jacqueline. Many years ago. When I was at school. She's not entertaining anyone. Nobody is watching her whatsoever, are they? She's very happy. Okay, good. I've had a positive impact on guests. This job is nice. I'm paid well here. I love this job. Good. Yep. With the highest paying theme park in the world, everyone's on high pay. I don't skimp with my staff. See, moral impact, yeah. If you put it down to low pay or fair pay, yeah. Daily projected pay, 648. God blimey, that's pricey, isn't it? No, that's a day in the game because the days are actually longer, and it's not. It's weird how the timing works in this game. Very weird. So Berserker's Axe, that makes me think. How big? How large can we make a Viking axe? Got that one. Can I make it huge, like? Yeah, it goes quite big, doesn't it? But it's actually that one on the side of the ride, so... yeah, that's not as impressive. Trip hazard for my guests, you know. Alright, as that's the case, we're going to use this as our design pad. Oh no, not world. Well, not yet anyway. Rocks. I don't know whether it... See, these rocks are brilliant. You can colour them. I really like them, but I don't know whether to use them or to use... So I don't want that randomness on. Random scale, yeah. No, I don't want random scale, I don't think. Right, let's get that colour looking a bit more correct. A bit more Viking-y. Yes, please change that, thank you. Right. So what I'm going to do here is build basically a sign, I guess, is the easy way to describe it. For Berserker's Axe. What are you doing, Scruffy? Cat's just coming. He's trying to get his attention. He just looked at me as if I'd said I was going to murder his family, and then walked out the room in the true manner of cats, really. Look at you with disgust and then leave. So I don't know whether to use the writing like I was using for trade and that. I suppose I could. There are some signs here. Like, no, pause please, thank you for a second. Can't hear myself think. It's like Viking. Yeah, thinking, talking, and concentrating on what you're doing. Not easy. Yeah, this is what I meant. Let me stick it to here. So I don't want to overuse this, but I've never used it. I quite like this. This is a nice. I kind of want it to look more grey though, more in keeping with the granite rock type feel. Then have the axe stuck in the back. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've never played an Assassin's Creed game ever. Is Valhalla the one with the Vikings? Because I own it. And I've been meaning to play it this year. You're not the first person that said, have I played it? I would love to play it, put it that way. And I'll probably play it on stream at some point. Oh, that's too dark. Right, there, that's better. Yeah, it's the Viking one. Yeah, I own it. And I'm yet to play it. I will play it on stream. We've got Oblivion, which somebody was talking to me. My window cleaner came around and he was doing the windows. I was chatting to him and he was like, I've been playing, he said, I've been playing Oblivion Remastered loads. He said, and he gave me a tip. He said, do the Thieves Guild first because you have to kill a mage. And he said, and then you need to do something to get back into the Mages Guild. And you need the main quest line to do that. He said, so don't rush ahead with the quest line, do the Thieves Guild. I was like, top tip from someone that's played it. So that was, yeah, I'm going to have to play that. But I will get round to downloading Assassin's Creed Valhalla and play it. Obviously, Skyrim, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, yeah, look, we've got, I say Viking helmets. We've got fantasy Viking helmets. Because Vikings never wore helmets like that at all. But there we go. Yeah. Alright, the Berserker's Axe. I want that on on. I mean, that's big. That's huge. Yeah, let's twist it that way. I think Scruffy wants to use the litter tray. He keeps walking up to it and then walking away. It's like, it's typical when I'm sat here in the evening. They'll come in and just start using the litter tray. It's like, thanks, cats. Yeah, that's... Actually, if that's there, you want... This is too big. Because it sort of blocks the axe going into the stone. And you want that to be visible. That's better. Oh, we've got this Viking horns with the mascot, which would look like they're trumpet horns, not like helmet horns. Yeah, I don't know why some objects don't rotate on the spot. That's quite annoying that they don't do that. The old Vikings. So now if we go back to Berserkers. Yeah, no worries. Bold. See, you've got bold there. Ooh, that's Evil Empire. That's quite good. If you were doing that sort of... Somebody did that in it stuck with me. Somebody did that. It's on Channel 5 Gaming. They did a like a evil lair, like in James Bond villain theme park with a casino in it and everything. It's really good, and it's sort of stuck with me over the years. I'd probably like to do something like that. We want 1 minute. We'll hold the, the world to ransom for $1 million. You could ask for way more than that. That's not much at all nowadays. Berserker's axe. There we go. Now, the question is axe going to be central? Or do we put axe slightly off to the side like that? Kind of thinking central might be better. Yeah, it looks better. Then decals. I can't remember where decals are. Miscellaneous? No, there is. I think it's under building. Yeah, it's here. No, it's not. Is it under building? Roof, deck, window, wall decorations. Yeah, it's under wall decorations. That's what I was looking for. Oh look, pirates. Right, where are they? Any kind of decoration? Yeah, this is it, kind of. Damaged. Oh, that's a corner. Damaged corner. Yeah, we definitely don't want... Give it a bit of a character. Yeah, I quite like that. That works. I think I want to spin that around. Yeah, that's better. Bring it down. Make it slightly smaller. You could use that to make sort of fake snow kind of feels. Minor damage. I don't think I need to actually put anything like minor damage on there. You know, I don't think it needs the crack. Oh, I don't know actually. Kind of looks nice, doesn't it? It's almost like from where the axe has struck it, it's caused damage within the object. These decals are way too big for my purpose at the moment. Yeah, if it was, it would possibly be, yeah, if it was damaged, it would be cracking through the actual writing, wouldn't it? Like that. I don't like that. I don't like that one. Yeah, I'll just keep it that. Keep it simple, not do too much to it. 'Cause if I do too much, it'll ruin it. All right, let's go to stuff over here. Okay. And have some shrubbery around it now. Now we want to turn off. Stick to surface. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, that looks. And then I can add other stuff around it and things. Can't I? So, yeah, we'll get there with it, I think. Just give me a second, please. I'm back. Yeah, no, the cursor didn't start moving by itself. Kind of blend it in. Yeah, I've got high intensity there. I didn't realise the intensity was that high. Put a little meadow. I could put a Viking stall, an actual stall there as well. Selling something like ice cream, food. I keep asking for food up here. Let's see what. Food and drink is red. So yeah. These people would buy anything. They're heading to a ride and they brought a keyring of King Coaster. She's got a keyring of Queen Splash. So they came hoping for a theme for a water park. Sorry to disappoint you people, but I haven't built a water park. Even though that's the big thing that's been added for Planet Coaster 2, water parks. Oh yeah, I wanted to delete that. There we go. I definitely need queue covering up to here, I think. You know, something similar to this. Although this is quite big, it's a double. Oh no, it's not actually a double queue covering, it's just a single queue. I was hardly on queuing for this ride. That woman really isn't merging with that post, just ignore that. That's a mild problem. It's only a minor clipping issue, would ignore that. Some kid lost their toy of King Coaster. Another pickpocket has been caught. Yeah, get the baskets. Get rid of the swines. So they're all wandering up here. There's nothing up here. This is a dead end. Why would you walk to a dead end? You're desperate for food or something. Need a bench to sit down on. Want a drink and want to buy souvenirs. Good scenery nearby. Content. It's not that good. What are you looking for? Yeah, they want food, somewhere to sit down. Alright, we set up a market here. We set up facilities. And we go for burger. Right, burger. See, it has to be on path. Pathing. Pathing. Do you want a different kind of path, like a cobblestone? Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, cobblestone. I'm going to draw it. Merge. Toggles whether the active path merges into existing paths or gives priority to them. I don't want it too big, do I? Let's kind of bring it back straight and then curve it round. I want to turn merge off. Yeah, there we go. Then I can put some stalls on that bit. Yeah, I forgot you had to have paths for stalls, but because without this infrastructure, so chief beef and drinks. See, So Delightful is popular. Coffee, pip shot juice, slush hour, soda or milkshakes. Do you know what? Let's go for soda. I've got power running everywhere, if anyone's wondering. I'm not setting up transformers. You can do all that if you want to. And I could have backstage areas with transformers and everything. But I'm on PlayStation, so my build capacity, I'm in at 23% now, so I'm limited. Highly limited. Alright, we definitely want toilets as well. I have got a toilet. Did that just pass wind there when I clicked off it? This is a toilet here as well, as part of the scenery for the old coaster. Bloodhound. So yeah, here I was thinking about putting more stalls, perhaps, like I have just around the corner, just so there's more options for the guests plural. Yeah, just one singular person wandering around the entire theme park by themselves. I could do like shop counter, tiny little buildings here and stuff. Possibly. Because you could have to pass and run up here. Oh, hello, welcome back, Ashley. I've just installed these bits in central infrastructure, i.e. somewhere for people to get a drink and something to eat. And I'm probably going to turn them into little stalls, and then you've got toilets, which will be a proper building. I'm thinking, I've wanted to do this for ages. I wanted to build a market stall. Downloading Fallout 4 again. Yeah, quality game. I've got a full playthrough of it, I think, on my channel. I can't remember which. Yeah, I can't remember which character it was, or I think it was Meg Reynolds or something. But yeah, I played the DLCs and everything. Although the last playthrough I did of it, yeah, I was building up all the settlements, and I installed mods and everything. I was getting some nice new settlement builds, because my castle settlement build, no mods, did quite well. Everyone sort of enjoyed that, so I did some more, added some more to that. Right, I want to select building. Select building. No. Do you know what? You can't edit building, can you? It doesn't let you. It's so awkward, this. Select building. Right, okay. Duplicate, edit. No, I want to I didn't finish the DLC, so that's what I'm going to do when I play. Again, yeah. Yeah, well worth it. Far Harbour's my favourite. I absolutely love Far Harbour. I think it's quite an amazing DLC for Fallout 4. It blew me away when I played it. And there's numerous ways you can do it, obviously, as you'd expect from any. Oh, facilities, yeah, well, I was searching for planks in facilities. There's going to be no planks in facilities. Because I've got a better idea. I have a more cunning plan. Base material. No prop sets. No, not that. Close that, please. Base material. Wood. We're working in wood. This week I have mostly been working in wood. I'm looking for something like see, that's really good. Look at it, it's got such good texture. It's it's got grooves and everything and notches. It's a really interesting piece of wood. However, I think I would have an issue if I put it there. Yeah, look, it's if I get it to cover the whole thing, then it sort of shrinks. I want that kind of rough look to it though. Like it's worn. It's been there for some time. Need some more trees, but maybe do that last. Yeah. Yeah, the kind of whole battlefield thing though, berserker thing, doesn't lend itself to many trees, but you're right, some trees around perhaps just outside the coaster boundaries, like starting here. And I could put flat rides, or I could put another coaster over here. I've got all this area to play with actually. Yeah, I could put a massive coaster there, couldn't I? A nice. I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking about putting another coaster down the back here. I want to fill it with coasters. And I could put a coaster over here, so I'll perhaps put a kids area around here, although I might put the kids area over here. Irrelevant, but here, Planet Coaster 2 forums on Frontier's website will be locked in archive. Oh yeah, no, somebody said that last night. Is that? Oh, I bet that's to do with the new laws that have been passed by the government about how people access the internet. I hadn't really thought about it before now. I have a sneaky suspicion that that will be the reason why. And if that's the case, that's a complete arse. Because Frontier are a British company, so they have to comply with the law. And since they can't, it would cost too much for them to have someone constantly checking the forums for any kind of content or anything that could possibly get them into trouble legally. It's easier just to lock an archive. That would be my guess. I'm not saying that's for definite what's happening, but that would be my guess. Right. I need something to lock. Yeah, no, no, actually, what am I doing? Right, merge that all together, thank you. I hadn't even thought about that before, really, why they may be doing it. But that makes total sense now, thinking about what's happened recently. Because I went to go on Reddit and just look at some of the forums, like even accessing things like Fallout forums, because they're considered adult games with adult content. And you had to put all your details in, you have to do a face identity thing. It's ridiculous. But once you do it, you think it's done, and then it allows you to access the internet normally. But it is awkward. Okay, this is a resort wall decoration, so I want to make it darker. Like a darker wood, because resort in Viking? No, not really. They're really doing that with games. What, the internet? No, I don't think it's games. I think it's like what I was talking about was forums. However, if you didn't hear about the game problem we had recently on Steam, then I'd look into it. Steam deleted loads of games, and that was from pressure due to a group from Australia. I can't remember what they were called. They put pressure on PayPal, and PayPal put pressure on Steam. Well, weren't going to process Steam transactions unless they removed these games. That, you know, and the games were, I guess, adult is the best way to describe them. But once they do that, you know, what's to stop them from coming for games like The Witcher, Fallout 4? You know, once they get, so it's a concern. Anything that people deem that other people should be playing, and no, in my opinion, no form of entertainment should be able to be controlled by a company that processes transactions, financial transactions. That's just ludicrous. If they ban GTA, people will riot. Yeah, I mean that could well be a possibility. You know, if this group in Australia deems it not, you know, not fit against, it causes too many problems in society or whatever the BS excuse may be. Yeah, they could possibly go after games like that. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but I think Rockstar are the sort of company that would tell them to go take a running jump from knowing Rockstar. You know, they would tell them where they can get off. I mean, Rockstar are huge. You think about Red Dead Redemption 2 being one of my favourite games of all time. That is mind-blowing, that game. The full playthrough on my channel again. Another game I've played. Yeah, it's brilliant. So but it is a concern when you've got a payment processor dictating to people or dictating to companies what they can and can't sell. That should just not be the case. Oh, you love that game too? Yeah, you should watch my playthrough of it then, because or at least watch some of it, Ashley, at some point, because I talk about it with, and I didn't spot half the Easter eggs and stuff. I've watched videos since, and I'm like, oh, I didn't find that. And I did try and do an evil version. I have 600 hours in that game. Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, that's about what I've got on Planet Coaster. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to just look on the home screen. Yeah, 613 hours in Planet Coaster 2. Fortnite has currently 1,475. Elder Scrolls 47 hours. Oh, sorry, Oblivion. That is Elder Scrolls. I need to get back on Oblivion. So yeah, I need to get back on Oblivion, big time. But yeah, it's a concern when they can remove games they feel. They removed a psychological horror game as well, though, which, you know, can you imagine if MasterCard and Visa, or PayPal or whoever, decided they weren't going to process transactions for a cinema because somebody wanted to go and watch a horror movie? That's just batshit crazy to me. No other way to put it. You shouldn't have censorship by a bank, essentially. Lloyd's, the bank that cares and censors all your media. I mean, 1984, George Orwell's book of dystopia is kind of coming true, and it's scary. I do think that, you know, there are certain things that children shouldn't have access to. I agree, you know, and it can be harmful, and I agree that there should be ways of going about it. So what the government's doing on that side is good. However, I don't think blocking games or anything like that, the sale of games, because you can guarantee if children want to find a way around it, they will find a way around it. You know, when you're a teenager, you become very intelligent and very crafty and very cunning, and you can use your parents' login, or you can get round things, you know. So all this blocking stuff and censoring things and all that sort of thing. But the sales of games, yeah, I don't know. I don't think a bank should be able to censor games at all. I don't think they should have anything to do with it. It's nothing to do with them. And all they're worried about is, oh, it's going to make our brand look bad. Well, can you imagine? Yeah, it's not going to change anything. No, I don't think it will. Unfortunately, I think you're spot on there, Ashley. It's not going to actually change anything. I think the issue is parents. It's. I don't want to say it's the parents' fault, because I don't think that's entirely true. I think it's parenting issues. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Try and be tactful. Like, people perhaps don't know how to navigate the waters, and there isn't the support in communities like there used to be. People don't go out so much anymore because we're ordering online, so you don't see that woman who's, you know, that busybody old woman in the street that would ask you 100 questions, but occasionally you get that bit of information off her that would be invaluable. Or perhaps if you ever said to her, oh, I'm having trouble with this, she'd say, oh, I'll come round and help you with X, Y, Z. You know, I think that kind of help in society is dying, and that is because we have Uber and things like that, you know, and all ordering. When I was growing up, even when I was growing up, even with my partner, when we're going to the shops and that, she's constantly stopping and talking to people, and as irritating as I find it, you know, when I'm thinking I could be at home playing Planet Coaster or whatever, you know, or I've got rewards to unlock on Fortnite, but I think that sort of thing where people are communicating within society is sort of invaluable, and I think a lot of that is kind of dying. You know, it's kind of dying out with the convenience of the internet and the fact that a lot of humans don't actually want to talk to other human beings. We don't want to. And you might see that person in the street and you might think, oh God, here comes that person. But then afterwards, there might be that one time when you think, oh, here's that person that always talks to me. and you're pleased for that interaction because you want that advice or you need that input. So I don't know, it's a complex issue, as are most things. But yeah, censoring games isn't going to help anyone, thank you. So leave our bloody computer games alone, you know. Since computer games years ago it used to be comics. They used to hate comics. Now it's computer games. Oh, how times have changed. But yeah, censoring things doesn't actually work. And I pointed out that I think there are probably operas and films and things like that to discuss really pretty poor topics, you know, pretty bad topics. Apparently they've been doing it in Japan as well, like censoring things, MasterCard and Visa. And it's not up to them. I think that's more of a political issue on censorship. I mean, the government banned The Exorcist for ages in this country, and then it got unbanned when I was growing up, and I went and watched it. To be honest with you, I don't know what all the fuss was about. But I kind of understand why it was banned. It's because it's religious. But yeah, I liked the film. I enjoyed The Exorcist. It's probably one of my favourite horror films. But I don't think it's, you know, it's going to have an effect upon people to the point where it drives them all crazy. And I think they made it a lot worse than it was. I was expecting it to be this really horrific film, and I came out thinking, that's quite a good horror film. Yeah, that's quite good. And it's more believable one than most. Like, when you have ghosts and spectres, I'm just like, okay, yeah, alright. Fishing wire on a bit of string, you know, or refractions of light, or chemical imbalance in the brain, or carbon monoxide. So there you go. That's all your ghost explanations. So when somebody says, I saw a ghost, say, oh yeah, okay. Have you got a carbon monoxide alarm? And if they say no, say, yeah, get one. Got a feeling your house is filling up with carbon monoxide and it's going to kill you. Get one quickly. Because, strange enough, seeing things is part of carbon monoxide poisoning. Right. What am I doing here? I'm looking for a canvas while I'm talking to people. This is what I'm looking for. A kind of, yeah, that's too nice, too pristine. Yeah, sorry to get all serious. We're just doing a Planet Coaster. Let's get back to a nice Planet Coaster stream and let's not talk about anything serious. Like really serious political discussion. I just flew off at a tangent. There was something in Viking I'm thinking I could use as a kind of, what's the word? There it is. Like a fake fur covering. Yeah, I could. But if I have a fur covering, I don't politics and I don't like the king. He has power to call. I won't. Oh well. Talks about something that is politics, but is not politics. You should see the clips on. Asmongold was reacting to it with Trump meeting Keir Starmer, and Trump just leaping in when the press are trying to ask Keir Starmer about immigration and things and that. It's hilarious. It's so funny. For all the wrong reasons. Keir Starmer's just like completely a bumbling fool. mean, I saw it earlier today. I was just like, the way Trump was just jumping in. Trying to explain, because obviously Trump's too busy with the all the problems they've got in America with the certain allegations and cases and everything, so he's probably too busy dealing with all that to actually keep up with English politics. But you would think he would have, on the way over, he'd have had a precursor at a few of the headlines just to catch up with what Britain's been up to recently. You know, that's like going on holiday and going, I think I'll go here, and not even looking at the tourist website. You know, that's essentially what Trump's done. I would, I'd definitely do a bit of research, I think, if I was going somewhere. I mean, even when I went travelling to New Zealand, I at least read the website. I mean, I read whale watching, mountain hiking, glaciers, and I went, I'm bloody going. But, you know, that's... I did actually read the tourist brochure, or the tourist website. And I knew that a certain film was being filmed over there when I went over to New Zealand. Is it secret? Is it safe? Frodo, don't tempt me. And all that. With the legend Sir Ian McKellen being my favourite character from the Lord of the Rings films. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of like fake fur that I guess I kind of want to cover it a bit more. Yeah, bring it down a little bit. Yeah, kind of like a fur market stall, and then we could put boxes around it and things and start clutter and start making it look like a little stall, and then put a building behind it. So it's where the trader lives, and they've got like this little stall outside, is my idea. Have I got enough room to put a building behind it? Yeah, I could put a little 5-metre building. I mean, it only needs to be a little hovel, not really a massive. It doesn't need to be a grand hall or anything like this. It doesn't need to be anything as extravagant as this. Although this building is just pure scenery. This has no function whatsoever. I mean, it looks nice, but it has no function whatsoever. It's the first building I just felt like building a Viking building, and I was like, I quite like that. Let's build Viking. I've tried to mess around with Viking before, but I've not had so many good ideas as I've had this time. I am sort of discussing my ideas with other people. I think that definitely helps. Okay. Kind of want my fake fur across the front. Yes, it is fake fur, by the way. We're a modern theme park. We don't believe in all that horrible stuff with. Although real furs, the Vikings would have been using that for. That would have been for survival reasons. I need to go game where I can make my own worlds. You kind of can. You almost can with this, if you think about it. You can kind of make your own worlds. It just would take you a very, very long time. I was actually working on another park before I started this park, but I can't play Minecraft again. I've never played Minecraft. Little Big Planet 3 was quite good, but it's sort of platform based. But you can do quite good stuff with that. This is quite a good creative game, obviously. But you are limited by the assets that are in the game. So, although there's probably, to make things work, you just have to get very creative with it. That's all you have to do. Hey, look, he's got a nice little stool. And what can he... Oh, he needs to tell. It's not a bad game, just, yeah. What, Minecraft? Yeah. Yeah, my boys used to play Minecraft. So I have had experience with Minecraft. I do understand what an Ender Dragon is and all the other things. But I've never sat and played it myself. I think it could possibly be a very bad time sink if I really got into it, considering the kind of person I am. I enjoy the creative aspect of a lot of games. And that's what I like about Fallout 76. You can create builds in that. You can create builds in anything where you can do custom building creation. That's why on in Fortnite I really like the caper skin. I think where you can put all your decals all over it, all your it's kind of like decals all over the character, and then you have them in game. Yeah, it does have a Skyrim texture pack and a Fallout one as well. Yeah, Minecraft, I know, and Star Wars, and it has loads of them. Yeah, it'd be dangerous for me to get into that sort of game, I think. My youngest twin boy, he was playing Terraria recently. He said it's kind of like Minecraft Survival, but 2D. He was playing it with his mate. It made me give him £5 or something to get it, because it was on sale one day. And hello, Scruffy. You're right, mate. Don't sit on the keyboard, cat. Thank you. He's just come in and plonked himself right down on top of the keyboard. Can I move that, Scruffy? Is that alright, mate? Cat comes in and sits on the keyboard. Thanks a lot. Resets my game. So what is this? Is this a burger place? What is it? It's Chief Beef. But I don't want it to be called Chief Beef. I want it to be like everything around here. I've not actually used in-game names. Where are you running to? Oh, they're running to the loo. Fair enough. When you got to go, you got to go. Like this higher sushi, latte love, and I need to put a counter that does this as well. Viva la vegan. Because you would... Oh. Have they all ordered something different as well? Yeah, it does look like they've all ordered something different. Or there's a variety of dishes there. A pickpocket has been caught and ejected from the park. Hooray. Zoom in, please. Oh, they've got the same dish. 3 of you have got the same dish, and she's... Are you not eating? No, she's busy chatting. Who are you talking to? Seriously, you're on your own, sat at the desk, and you sat at the table, and you're talking. Maybe when you get to 1,000 subs, you could be an Epic Games partner. Make your own maps on Fortnite. Yeah, that'd be interesting, but it's so hard probably pushing them. Use code DBM in the item store. Dragonborn McQueen. Yeah. 1,000 subs is the dream. It's a dream. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed people to my channel by now and you've been watching me for a little bit, hit that subscribe button. Like, help me out. we do good creative, we have a nice friendly atmosphere for the most part, unless you come in being an arse, in which case you're just gonna I'm sorry, you're kind of asking for it, really. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to build. Yeah, I suppose we need a signpost so we can put it perhaps behind him, like a. Yeah, actually, I love this piece, the Viking jetty. Look at it. I mean, what's not to love about that? Look at all that texture, and it's just beautiful. I want a I want a darker wood. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, darker wood. I was going to try and put it behind him, but yeah, no, it's to like put a sign on it. However, I don't think it's going to work. However, who says we have to put it on top of him? We could put it next to him. We could just put it next to the stool. A slight angle. And then I can add some clutter around it. Yeah, that's much better now. So I can now put the name. It's a beef burger shop, and I'm going to have it advertised on a sword. Yeah, why not? Why not? Should we call it the finest cuts? You know, or is that a bit distasteful? Fresh cuts, we'll call it. Fresh cuts beef burger. Mind you, you'd want it to be fresh if you're having a. You can only choose one tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. Which one? No, coffee. That's a no-brainer. Coffee. I drink tons of cups of coffee each day. I've just finished a coffee now. I mean, I drink it. It gets cold when I'm doing this a lot of the time. I'm kind of used to cold coffee. But I have a big like pumpkin cup I got from Primark, and it probably holds nearly 2 cups of coffee in it. But yeah, that's what I sit and drink when I'm streaming generally. Or a can of Monster, which is probably really bad for me, but they're my drinks of choice. Definitely. Could I stick the sword in the I could actually stick a sword in there. Actually, I don't want the sword. And yeah, I'm only drinking tea, but been drinking salted caramel coffees recently, and they are good. Yeah. Yes, salted caramel. Tend to get them from if I go into a posh shop. You'll know the sort I mean. You know, Starbucks, cost a fortune. You know, those kind of places. When I was working at like I was down in Milton Keynes for a little bit. Worth it. Yeah, I was down in Milton Keynes for a little bit, and I used to pop into the Starbucks in the shopping centre when I was going up there, and I had stuff to do up there, or if I was going up there shopping or on my days off, and I'd always just go and stop, like whatever I was doing, and just take 5-10 minutes, sit and have a coffee, watch the world go by for a little bit. It's something I highly recommend people do. If you get a chance once a week, just sit somewhere and watch everyone else rush about their busy lives. It's a great way to spend 20 minutes, half hour. And it gives you the chance to reset and unwind. I was just dealing with some other stuff at that time. Yeah, we won't go into that. My stepfather was very ill at the time, so yeah. Thinking about it, that's not going to work because it's kind of cutting too much into the. But yeah, definitely I'd sort of recommend going to a coffee shop and sitting there by yourself. Don't ever be afraid to go, what is going on? Why is that? Can I reset to default, please? That looks disgusting. No, I didn't. What is going on there? That looks awful, that texture. Yeah, it's still... Oh, it's not doing it now. Good, thank you. Oh, it tried to do it then. Yeah. Get... Yuck, don't like you doing that. You're enjoying being in the garden a lot, and I hardly go in the back garden. Actually, I have peaches growing on the tree. Oh, that's excellent. We've got an apple tree in the place I live. I'll tell you a funny story actually. When I first moved in here, some guy came round and he said, would you mind if I have some of your apples off the tree? And I didn't even know who this person was. He's like, the person that used to live here before you. Yeah, look, what? Why is it doing that? Oh, do you know what? It'll probably fix it when it loads up. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And he's like, your tree has really good apples. Would you mind if I had some? And I didn't even know who he was. I was like, no. I closed the door. And that was it. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. What? You just turn up randomly. He's like, yeah, and you tell me that there's really good fruit on my apple tree, and you want some. No, not happening. But I remember the look of disappointment. Well, why not? Kind of thing. I was expecting an argument. You know, I was like, no, I don't know you. You're just a random person. Yeah. I expected him to say, oh, I depend upon it. You know, I need it to live. And he's right. It does give really good apples. We've had some nice apple and rhubarb crumbles from it and a few things over the years. In fact, when the apples mature this year, I might try and get Shell to make a nice apple crumble. Can't go wrong with a good apple crumble. Right. What am I looking for? I was looking for something. Oh yeah. Whips and chains may excite me. That's what I'm looking for. Chains. That's a joke, by the way, before anyone says anything. That's a bit too big, that chain, I think. Yeah, that's not going to be any good for a sign. Warm apple crumble and ice cream. Yep, that's straight chain 4 meters. I want actually let's go to the garden section, folks. Planters. Is there a chain in planters? No. Flowers. Like, oh, it's so annoying. Freeform props. Let's have a look at nature. If we go nature theme, Because I'm thinking... See, I might be... The trouble is with having played Planet Coaster, you remember objects from Planet Coaster, and you think they're in Planet Coaster 2, and then you go looking for them in Planet Coaster 2, and then you go... And it occurs to you that they're not there. Like, there's a really good thin chain in Planet Coaster, and I'm looking for it in this one. I don't know whether it's in this one or not. It's like a tiny little chain. It would have been ideal. I don't know what. Since we don't have chains, we'll go ropes. Another item from 50 Shades of Grey. So yeah, that'll be ideal to hang a sign on. I'm noticing, everyone, that you're kind of enjoying my Planet Coaster 2 streams, so we may do a few more of them per week. It's even more fun if you talk to me. But then I get distracted and don't build that much, so it was like, just stop talking to him for God's sake. I might shrink these down a little bit because they're too... I can't see what it's... Peaceful gameplay. Yeah, it's what you want this day and age, I think. Oh, you say that, Ashley, it's peaceful gameplay. The amount of pickpockets we've had tonight, it's just been chaos since I started it. The thieves are everywhere. The Thieves Guild. Yeah. You. Break taken. Okay, go back. Right, what are you doing? What? Very true. Yeah. What's your name? Vance Day. Right, Vance Day. I have a job for you. Staff member. Right, Vance. Where's Vance? Oh, he's going. Yeah, there you go. Get to work. Look at this. Why did you make it so awkward? Alright, we will stick. Oh, there is that with the hanging rope. I could use that, I suppose. I think it's too big for the dodgy pole. I think it's too big for this. But that rope has a lot more texture. I definitely prefer that other rope. See the rope on the sign on this bit of wood. It looks grubbier. It looks like it's got more dirt, like it's been there. This looks like it's fresh from you. It looks like the rope you used to climb in at school and get rope burns when you were told to get down by your teacher. Right, so I'm going to need to make that bigger. And with those ropes, you used to pull something, and it pulled like 4 ropes out, and then yeah, in first school we had them, and there was other kids that could always climb to the top, and I couldn't do it. And then one day I worked out how to do it, and the teacher couldn't get me down at the end of the lesson because I just didn't want to come down. It'd taken me ages to work out how to climb this rope. Or the technique. I mastered the technique. You see, that's so annoying. That is really annoying me now. Because this, if it gets too big, it will not look right. But it needs to be big enough that I can hang the... And I think the sign is... I think I've made the sign as small as I can. Yeah, it's on 50%, so that is the smallest it can go to. So I have another idea. I have to occasionally think outside the box. No, you're not you, you're too thick. See, that hasn't got enough texture to be on a market stall. But I'm going to put a beam out, and then I'm probably over engineering this, but there we go. Oh, that you could hang it off. That's quite good. That's the Western sign bracket. You know, and as much as I think the Vikings were amazing metal workers, they were amazing metal workers. Their swords were like as good as katanas, basically. They used to fold their metal a lot, which is why they had the best swords in all of Europe. And that's why the Norse could just run rampant, raiding places and things. I'm going to get some sleep now. I have a busy day tomorrow. No worries, Ashley. It's always nice to have your company. I was going to have a break in a minute anyway, because I've been trying to work out this poll idea for some time, and it's annoying me now. But yeah, thanks for your company. Always a pleasure. Aha. Box hedge straight. That's natural and that's wood. That is perfect. Look at that. I'll probably be on I need to do more of Oblivion, so I might do some more Oblivion tomorrow. I say I need to, I want to do more Oblivion because I've not played it for ages. Yeah, look at that, that's really nice. That. Good luck with this theme park, no worries. We'll get there with it, don't worry. But yeah, have a nice sleep. Okie doke. Yeah, that works. And then you just bring it across there like that. And now we have a little market stall selling something, and I can put boxes around him and everything else. I don't need signs on that. I don't need text on that. I can put my own text. Once we think of a name for this place. See, some people won't be able to, I know some people won't be able to buy from Gulpy Soda. So I kind of want to put a Soda Lightful, because Soda Lightful is like without preservatives and all that. Whereas, and some people have allergies or have food preferences and things in this game. It's quite complex, unlike the other one. Let me have a look. Like here, what we got? Like dietary restrictions. So egg and fish. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like fish. Although I do eat some fish. Oh, ailments none. No dietary restrictions. Ailments none. See, most people don't. They'll just. But you will find occasionally there's people that can't. Eat certain things. Have certain dietary requirements. I'm trying to find one now. They all say ailments none. Now I'm looking for someone. Hey, it's George Lucas. Paris Jewel. Okay. Did he have dietary requirements? These guys were eating in the restaurant a minute ago, weren't they? Look, if you're dying for the toilet, what is this right here? If not a toilet, a well-themed, beautiful-looking toilet. Well, I say beautiful-looking. It fits the area. Go use it. Yeah, then I'm going to have to start thinking about benches and things like that. But the fact that it's a wide walkway was sort of done on purpose. Pathing is a percentage eater, or was in the first game. It's not so bad in this game. You can whack path down. It doesn't cause so many issues. I think because the guests have sort of set paths within the paths, if that makes any sense. They have set areas they walk to. Like, look, like this guy's. Oh no. No, they seem to be having a bit more freedom, but sometimes they will get stuck, like in the weirdest of places. Like, I've had people stuck just in the middle of this path, and it's just this path like this, and you're like, well, why are you stuck? There's no rhyme nor reason. So you just move them slightly, pick the guests up and move them, and then it's fine. Yeah, I really want to get into building this, because the fact that, yeah, the bride photo place is in there. But I want to put all clutter around this and make it look nice and marketing, and then build a house behind it where they live. Where they live, he says in inverted commas. But in saying that, I'm being sarcastic about that. You know what I could do? I could actually simulate them living there. Yeah, I could. Alright, we're going to get to work on that in a bit. I'm just going to have a quick break. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. Well, I'll put it on the coaster for you so you can watch. Yeah, we haven't got set lighting, so we'll go on the coaster on cinematic. And I'll be back in 5. Let's fast forward it so we can actually get people on the coaster. Is there no one getting on the coaster? No, are you serious? Let me have a look. Yeah. No one's going on the coaster anymore. What's the problem? No, there is a few people on it. It's a Blood Howl is not as popular as it used to be. Right, give me 5, I'll be back shortly. That was perfectly timed, wasn't it? Just coming into the unloading station. Oh, hang on. We've had some notifications. Many guests have reported pickpocketing as a damn fine roller coaster. Yeah, it looks really good in cinematic. The bits I've done theming wise are good. It's got a large footprint, unfortunately, but real parks have much more compact roller coasters, whereas me, I've just got a massive one. Hello, Dave. Have you come to pester me? Let's get back to... I was just thinking, for this, if I want a if I want a building behind it, pause. If I want a building behind it, I was kind of thinking I want it to fit in with the kind of the like meat type thing, but I don't think you can have anything. Yeah, there's nothing. And if I go and look in props, I don't think there's anything that I could have like hanging meat or anything, which would look good, but I kind of understand why they haven't got it in the game, because they're going for a nice ESRB rating. Souvenir decorations. Is there anything I could use? A Pegasus. Props, statues and set-piece animatronics. I've not even built a forge yet. That's criminal. Pool decorations. Life ring. I might need that around my water areas. Some kind of life ring. We can add all that sort of stuff in safety towards the end, though. Where is props? Fences, framework, arch shapes, facilities. Facilities? Okay, yeah, I kind of understand what you're going for with facilities. That's still a 4-metre chain. That's far too big. It's a shame there isn't a 2-metre chain. Yeah, there's a 4-metre chain there as well. But they're all big, thick chains, and I can't shrink them down small enough. Vehicles, miscellaneous. I swear props was in this section. Animatronics, statues and centerpieces. Miscellaneous. It might be under miscellaneous sort of props. No, this is yeah, this is props. I could have things like this though, like covered boxes and all that around the... That's a Viking, a pirate piece, that is. Yeah, definitely being able to shrink stuff and resize it is game changing. You couldn't do that in Planet Coaster. It's definitely a game changer. Hey, look at this. A nice roller coaster piece. But that would only be good in the pirate park, really, I think. That's a wagon. That's a Viking wagon. Yeah, I could make use of a Viking wagon, couldn't I? It's a bit too big. Yeah, I could build a little... Anyway, more importantly... radar dish. More importantly, we need to build the house, and then I can add props and greenery and everything else around it. So let's just go Viking, so I can get the... Let's go Viking wood, I'm thinking. Start with Viking wood. Yeah, you're a little piece like that. See, I don't want it to clash with the coaster, but I want there to be enough room to put some stuff around the marketplace. So, kind of thinking, right, no, grid height. Is that in the ground? Yeah, it's just in the ground, isn't it? Let's put it to 1 meter. 1, 2. Because now, yeah, it's all connected. That's what I wanted. It's quite a nice wood texture. Oh, okay. I've realised what I've done here. I've made an error. What? Hang on, why? Okay. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't know why it didn't... Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know why it didn't connect there like that. That wasn't making sense to me. Window. If I want that window to be smaller, which I possibly do, now I've got an inset where I can put the window inside that inset, or I could just even build my own custom window with glass. That's why I've done that. Doorway. Of course, this is 6 meters in length. And everything works on a grid of 4. I could put a door on there. It doesn't need to be a massive building. Like I say, it can be just a small, little nice hovel. A hut, almost. Yeah, there we go. That's beginning to come together. Those windows are too high. Yeah, that's too high as well. I do want small windows, but not that small. What? What's happened there? That's off. That's off, that is. Look. That's not connecting right. Yeah, it's an angle. Yeah, what? Why are we... Oh, it's fine there. Let me put it on 2 meters. Yeah, that's correct now. Good. That looked weird for a second. I was like, what's going on there? It's not working. That's what's going on there. And then I can put a sort of outside bit, like a mezzanine bit, put a door here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's too big. Right, let me go to Viking roofs. Because we need the... See, that's what I thought, there'd be a gap. But if I put... There's a way to do this to make it fit, and that is like that. Is that touching the... That is touching the rails. That is directly on the rails. Which means the coaster would hit it as it goes past, which is no good to me whatsoever. However, I have a few inches to play with. Nope. I knew as soon as I moved it, yeah, it would kick him off. Yep, that is... No, that is not quite looking right. No, I want this, thank you. Just... I don't want any gaps either side. I want it to be... Yeah, there we go. We need to... There we go. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So now, the other thing I've got is this issue with this massive hole at the top. Nothing a few beams won't sort out. Do I have a darker wood? It's kind of a darker, rich wood, isn't it? Let's stick it on world, because that means it aligns with the building. It just makes multiple grabbing far easier. What I might be better off doing is going for that version. And then simply enlarging it. So I'm just essentially colouring it in. So we want, how about 195%, 198%? Yeah, 198% might be right. Or perhaps 199. 199 seems to be too much. Only because I don't want the beam to stick through at the other end. Yeah, there we go. That is perfect. Bring it down. And it begins to start giving a bit of texture to the building. A bit of variation in the wood. And I'm going to have stone clad across the bottom and across the lower area. I mean, I could build windows looking in, but then you've got to kind of build an interior, and I don't want to do that, so I'll probably just inset the windows. And then I need to build her I'm just look at doors. That's what I want to look at. Now, doors, to be Viking doors. You've got an arched Viking door. You've got that. That's quite a nice door. It's kind of small. It's too small for... But I like the stone because that will blend in with the stone idea I've got around the bottom. Let me... Thanks for that little door knocking sound. It didn't scare the crap out of me completely because I wondered what it was. Alright, we want freeform props and we want Viking, back to Viking because I know exactly what we're going for. Yeah, dark grey, that works better. It blends more with the granite type rock we've got there already. And then bring it down so it's not interfering with the so it's not interfering with the, it's going to be too big for the end. I've just realised. Yeah, look, that's a problem. No, not reset to default. It just did. That's reset to default colour. I was hoping you would set to reset to default size as well, but you didn't do that. Okay, I don't think it's the end of the world, because I think there is a smaller piece. Yes, there is. Hallelujah. And if need be, I can blend it. I can blend it with the end of the and this end bit's going to have an overhang anyway. It's going to look quite nice when it's finished. And I can put items. Have you spotted the problem that I've spotted? I've just realised that needs to slide in a bit. Then we've got these corner pieces. The giant's toenail, as it looks like. Right, if I spin this round, theoretically, yeah, that works. That works perfectly. Don't know how many pieces are. Right, so I'm going to have to bring the whole thing down to fit these larger windows on the back. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now I'm thinking, what do I do next? I kind of like that wood and stone look. It works for Viking very well. it just about fits on there, but I think it's too, yeah, it's too big. So I'm going to shrink it down to about 85%. No, possibly more. 70%. Do I want this to shrink down to 70% or 75? Will be fine. That's tiny. Scruffy's come in and sat next to me. He's not too happy. Yet the reason I wanted to do that will become apparent shortly. There we go. That's the reason why. So 70% I need to go down to. I'm just going to mute because of the cat for a second. Yeah, that works. I kind of like that. We can add more. The Viking windows are very limiting, I find. I mean, you have got this, but it's very thin. That being said, might be an idea to add a beam around the outside as decoration if I can. If that makes any sense to anyone. Like a frame. Beams, please, again. I'll have a beam, please, Bob. Yeah, I think we'll go for 2 meter. Because of this height. 70 the correct length it needs to be? Yeah, that is the correct wood colour I'm currently using. Annoyingly, once you resize something, it rotates from the original anchor point and not the new anchor point, if that makes any sense. So as you can see, when I grab hold of it and duplicate it, it can be useful. It can also be very annoying. I'm going to rotate that again just so we haven't got the same texture. I push it slightly back so that we haven't got this, see that flickering you've got on the top bit, in which case I'm just going to bring my frame forward. Just there, thank you. So I now have a space to fill my window, basically. That's what I was setting up. We're going to rotate that as well. Whilst it's tedious and laborious doing all this, the final result is very nice indeed, which is what we're going for. %. So I might put yeah, if I can put a stone underneath, like a stone windowsill. Oh, I'm going to need some bins around here and somewhere to sit. You've got food and things, so you want somewhere to relax and look at the beautiful scenery, etc. Yeah, these are different size windows here. They're much bigger. Just thinking I might turn that, rather than having it landscape, have it portrait. If that makes any sense to anyone. I know what I'm on about. Stone we want though, that's what I'm looking for now. Stone. No, not beam. I need to get rid of the word beam. We want stone and we want grid freeform props. Again. So we've got stone like that. Fairytale vertical column. I definitely want that texture. I was just thinking, will it get small enough to fit in there? The answer is yes. It's actually it's quite, Yeah, it actually goes through the wood frame. I like it. I kind of like it, but I don't at the same time. I love it and I hate it at the same time. We got stucco wall trim plain. Can I get you a lot smaller? How small can I get you? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get anything better than that. Now I'm thinking I bring that down. Or do I bring that down like that? So it's like it's sat on a wood, stone base, and I've got the wooden window above. So the stone slab supports the window. And I have an idea. For the top part, which is what I used for the station for the roller coaster, for Bloodhowl. And then I can add decoration to that. To give it more character. Yeah, I kind of like that. He's got a nice little house. And then I want to put clutter around the front and the back. I haven't got much room around the front and the back. Perhaps I should put a storage area on the side with an overhang. I think for this I don't really want a curved roof. I want a standard sort of roof. So it doesn't need to be that high. Yeah, it's beginning to take shape. I put storage around there and I could put things around the back. Oh. I kind of like that. It's nicely coming together. but it is now midnight, so I'm going to call it there, and I'll continue work on this, or continue building, should I say, at some other point. We'll try and think of a nice idea for a name for this. If anyone can think of names for my shops, then that'd be greatly appreciated. I mean, I know it's got the in-game brand, but if need be, I could always cover that up. I think although I kind of like the in-name brands like Viva La Vegan and that, but trying to keep everything like naming. That's why they made the modular souvenir shop and didn't give it a name, and the restaurant it's not got any sort of name, so you could name it, but then look at this, the coaster coming through here. Yeah, so on the other pictures I'll be adding the other coasters. That's the idea. Might be an idea to have one of these token booths as well next to this area, just so that people can purchase trade tokens as well, seeing as everything works on trade and it's all like Viking markets, and was the idea. Many guests have reported pickpocketing. Yeah, I'm noticing that we have a slight pickpocket problem in my park. Slight pickpocket problem. We will deal with it. Yeah, I don't know whether to have that as decoration on there, or whether to have stuff like this, these nice reliefs, the wooden reliefs. I know they're figureheads for the things, but having reliefs like that is pretty cool. I was really proud of that. Oh, I've noticed a glaring error with it. Have you spotted it as well? You know what, I don't care. It looks quite good with that. The gap, you can actually see it from a distance, and from guest height it should, no, yeah, you can't see. There's a gap from guest height. That's the token dispenser down there, and you push the button or insert your coins, or scan it with your bank app in this day and age. Yeah, I know you're saying there's lots of pickpocketing. How do you expect me to stop them? I guess the best thing for me to do would be to divide it up into work areas. They want somewhere to sit. I can see them looking for somewhere to sit down. Do we go for picnic benches, or do we go for like stone benches? Or do I go for traditional Viking boat benches? I had some Viking boat benches. Just so people can sit down. And I'm going to add some bins. Just so people can throw their rubbish away. We'll put a bin outside the toilet as well. That is not equidistant between the other two, and I can see it, and it's going to annoy me. There we go. Yeah, once the other building's in there, the standing stones here, possibly having a drop tower in the middle. Kind of like the idea of having a drop tower in the middle. Although it is quite a way for them to walk back and forth. The queue would be long and the exit path would be long. Oh no, the exit path doesn't need to be long. I was just going to say the exit. Yeah, the exit path could go up here. And you could exit out by these. So you could have the exit path here. But then the person's house. Yeah, no, actually, that wouldn't work because I want the person's house to be there, don't I? I'll figure something out, I'm sure. Even if I have it here, the drop tower quite close, because this is perfect. See, it directly comes back onto the main thoroughfare, and that isn't too large a walk out the exit back onto the main pathing. Whereas yeah, you wouldn't want a massive walk. Not that it matters for the sake of what I'm trying to achieve there. But yeah, I'll put all the standing stones in and everything. But this will need finishing off. This will need a little building. And once I've got all that done and all the clutter, I only put it in because guests were saying that they're getting thirsty and need food on this area. I mean, look. I know he's happy, completely happy. Yeah, see, she's hungry. So is she going to walk off towards the... No. She's going for a ride. Oh. What made you change your mind? Pricing? Edge of the world. Okay. Wandering. They're happy because there's good scenery nearby. Although the game doesn't really keep track of that. It just, you could put down loads of random rubbish and it would still tell you it's good scenery. You could throw down loads of art blocks and random other stuff and it'd go, good scenery nearby. Lighting as well needs to be a thing I need to address. But we'll get to all that. We're only at 23%, so we've still got plenty to play with. Like I say, perhaps putting a roller coaster around here because I've got this space at the back behind the other roller coaster. Would be good. And all this needs tidying up because now you can see it from the roller coaster. But yeah, we'll get to it. We will get to it all. There's ideas and things we can do. I mean, that's a meadow, but I might put more flowers and shrubberies in there. Make it look really nice. You've got to have something that's a bit of a contrast to all the dark, destructive look of the older Berserker's Blood Howl. But yeah, I'll get to that at some other point. Thank you for watching, and thank you for keeping me company, everyone. It's been great, and I will catch you all when I stream more games soon. Good night.